Hello and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson, the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you here with me this afternoon. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any requests for your personal healing. We are going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. For those of you who might be watching this as a pre-recorded video, hello from the past. If you want to skip ahead just to the healing, go ahead to about the 1 hour mark and start to look for where the lights begin to shift. And for those of you who have been here before, thank you for coming back and for the ongoing support. I deeply appreciate it. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, or if you want to schedule your own one-on-one distance session or tarot reading, go ahead and visit me at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the grid in progress and start building. Ta-da! So here we are. We're starting out as normal with our copper spiral. This helps to break up any blockages and get the energy flowing. And let's go ahead and say hi to everyone. So far I see Vic, Grace, oh, Gelguire, good to see you. Jenny, Barbara, Blue Sky. Oh, it's so good to see everyone. Awesome. So let's get these requests in here. Let's see, and you can, if you're new here, you can request specific stones or your intention for healing, or a little bit of both, whatever works best. So we've got Blue Sky, you're looking for some chevron amethyst, howlite, numite. Okay, cool. Okay. Leopard skin, jasper, and iolite. And talk a little bit about septarian. Oh, absolutely, I can talk about septarian. So let me just grab those other couples. So leopard skin, jasper, iolite, and numite. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's start with septarian. So septarian often is called dragon's egg. This is what it looks like raw. It's mostly calcites. It's actually really fascinating how it's formed. It's like there's calcite and then it splits open and bentonite clay goes in and it makes more calcite. It's just kind of a fascinating stone. It works great for muscles and muscle spasms, which I struggle with, so I use this a lot. But it also helps with emotional growth and shadow work. Specifically, it helps with learning about the underlying factors, the causes, beliefs, and things behind your habits, behind your behaviors, behind your beliefs. It helps with finding the root causes so that you can start to deal with things at the source. It's also great for helping you to be vulnerable as you go through your healing process. It's very supportive of that. It's wonderful too for the solar plexus, which is our center of self and identity, and it helps just with emotional growth in general. Some folks do talk about this being good for wound healing and skin healing too. So that's septarian. And like I said, it's often called dragon's egg because when you see a big piece of it polished, it kind of looks like a cracked open dragon's egg. It's a pretty cool looking stone. We also have numite. This is one of my favorites at the moment. Looking at these beautiful black stones and then you see these flashes within them. It's just something special. So cool. So numite is mined only in Greenland. And basically the concept, well, first of all, it's extremely protective. This is a wonderful stone to put like on your tarot cards or on your altar to keep energy clear and away from it. But it's also wonderful for doing deep emotional work and shadow work. It's like as we start to dig through, much like what we talked about in septarian, as we start to dig through like what are the root causes of our behaviors, our patterns, the things that we do that kind of keep us tripping over our own 2 feet in a sense. This helps to dig through that, but at the same time, those flashes of the brilliance of that gold, that is thought to be emblematic of like the support of spirit and these big spiritual truths and connection to all that is while we're doing that work. So it's very inspiring while we're doing the work. So yeah, Numite is pretty cool. I really like it. And it's super old. It's like between 3 and 4 billion years old. And let's see. Oh, hey, got some more folks in here. We got Jennifer Vatsa. Jane, it's good to see you. Violet Integration, I hope you're well. Joanna, I hope you are well. Awesome. And let's keep on keeping on here. We also have Iolite. This one is one of our favorites here. This helps with spiritual sight or clairvoyance, especially if you're doing guided imagery or shamanic journeying or anything like that. It's also great for better sleep and managing money, so making the most of the money we have. It's also thought to be helpful for fever and weight loss if that's one of your intentions. So that is Iolite. Leopard skin jasper is wonderful for any kind of healing with animals. Also with connecting with the spirit of animals. So if you are working with your animal guides, a wonderful stone to help solidify that and help bring your connection a little bit closer. It's also great for anything impacting the skin as well as coordination and balance. But yeah, we find that a lot of times when we work with leopard skin jasper, it's even more likely that your animal companions will come close. So yeah, so we've got this here. So leopard skin jasper. Let's see. Trying to start us out on an even foot there. Chevron amethyst is very angelic. It helps us to connect to spirit. It's a wonderful aid in clairvoyance and basically also clairaudience, hearing our spiritual wisdom. It helps us when we are manifesting, and it helps us when we are seeking support. The chevrons within it are basically those lines that you see kind of making like a V in there. Those chevrons are thought to take what we're feeling in our heart, what we're sending up to spirit, and help boost it up, and also help open the channel to bring the messages and love returned back. So it's wonderful for that. It's great for visionary work, much like the Iolite is. And additional to that, it's thought to be helpful for degenerative issues. Okay, and howlite is very helpful for the joints and the bones. If you have bone density issues, if you have issues with absorption of calcium, which I definitely do, if you have joint pain or joint injury, this is thought to be really, really helpful. On a more emotional level, it helps with anger and resentment, frustration as well. It basically takes the immediate sting out of those feelings so you can start to think about how best to deal with the situation rather than being quite so explosive. So that is howlite. Howlite is often sold as white turquoise, when white turquoise is a beautiful stone, but it's not the same thing as white howlite. And howlite is, of course, a lot more affordable, which is why we see it in place of something else. So there we go. That is white howlite. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. And, oh, Jenny, thanks for the reminder. If you haven't liked the stream, please consider doing so. All that good YouTuber stuff I always forget. Thank you. And Barbara, good to see you. Peace and healing. Hey, Patty, good to see you. Oh, and Key is nauseous. Absolutely, we can put some love out there for it. Peace and loving healing guidance, Barbara. Gotcha. So let's do my two favorite stones for that. First is blue apatite. This is wonderful for empaths, anyone who tends to, if you feel the energy of other people, if crowds make you feel drained, this might be why. This helps to strengthen your energy field. And it also helps with learning your soul's purpose and having the courage to act on it and follow it. It's also wonderful for bringing about harmony and peace from within. So harmony and peace within ourselves and harmony and peace in reflection outward. With the name being apatite, it's actually kind of hilarious that it also definitely governs things like our relationship to food. If you're looking to lose weight or gain weight or simply have a better relationship with food, which is anything but simple, blue apatite is superb. So we'll bring that into. It can also be wonderful for addressing any person or group of people that tend to already be a little bit on the hostile side. For that, I would also recommend blue tiger eye. But there we go. So that is there. And snowflake obsidian really helps us with serenity, peace, and hope, even after really difficult circumstances. Snowflake obsidian is a type of volcanic glass, like all obsidian is. It's really stunningly beautiful. It helps us also to work through feelings around guilt and to reorganize the patterns and habits we have that are getting in our way. So it would work really well with like a septarian or pneumite, for example. It's also great for overstimulation and just balancing the body, mind, and spirit all together. So, Barbara, I hope that this helps you, and it's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. There we go. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know. And let's see who else is here. Guilt and shoulds. Well, the guilts, we've got the snowflake obsidian, and I got to have an IET session with Jenny. I got to do an IET session for her earlier, and it was really fun. It was great to meet you. Let's see. And the shoulds. Absolutely. We can help that. The shoulds. So So in integrated energy therapy, or IET, it's an energy healing similar to Reiki in that it's energy healing, it's passive, it's gentle, and it can be done over a distance. And it's different in pretty much every other way. Instead of it being an earth-based healing energy, it's actually the connection with the angels, and we're borrowing the angelic energy. And the focus and intention is to help relieve the emotional, spiritual, and physical pains of the past that are keeping you stuck and making it difficult to advance in your soul's purpose and in your life. And there's very specific points for treatment, and they relate to different positive and negative things. One of those areas is the shoulders, and in shorthand, it's like the shoulds and the shouldn'ts. So, you know the expression, don't should all over yourself, don't should all over me? It's really like the embodiment of that. It's letting go of the feeling of obligations and what we feel we should do, and allowing ourselves to lead by where we feel guided and what are our wants, needs, desires, what's our unique path. Yellow citrine can really help with that. It helps with the solar plexus, which is the center of personal identity, free will, standing, and decisions based on your priorities rather than the priorities of society or others or anything like that. It helps also to release any feelings of need for approval of others, and it can also help with any blockages in the solar plexus in general. So that's yellow calcite. I'll also bring in some mahogany obsidian, which helps very much with that too. So one of the things mahogany obsidian is great for is the need for approval and also any release of anger. It's really helpful for that. It also helps with strength and vitality and meeting goals. Even more importantly, and something I use it for often, I have a big piece right here on my desk. It's for releasing perfection. And sometimes it's like I have to keep reminding myself. I actually have a little note here that says, a done something is better than a perfect nothing. And I reflect on that all day. And this is a stone that really helps with that, with letting go of it needs to be perfect. And I need somebody to say that this is perfect and acceptable in order to validate me and make it okay. This is a stone that you don't feel a need for that kind of feedback. So mahogany obsidian really helps us to kind of move along on our own path. And this, just like snowflake obsidian, is a volcanic glass. So there we go. So I hope that helps, and it was wonderful seeing you. And Grace, it's good to see you too. Heart healing, love, happiness, and health. Okay, cool. Oh, Chris, welcome in. Catherine, Steph. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. Okay, so back up to Grace. Thanks for asking. I'm doing well. Heart healing, love, happiness, health. Happiness and health. Often when I get like a general request for like health, I'll go for something like tree agate or rutilated quartz, but the first one that popped into mind for you today was moss agate. So I'm going to bring that in. So moss agate looks actually a little bit similar to tree agate in some respects. But moss agate, it's great for anything that Chinese medicine would say has wind or is spreading throughout your body very quickly. Something like an infection, whether it's virus or bacteria, whatever the case may be, it helps to give your body the upper hand. It's also wonderful for its connection to nature. And for our spiritual side, it's really well balanced for that too. If you're doing inner child work or if you want to connect with your higher self, superb stone for both. It's also one that helps to remind us that we are connected to unconditional love. And so it's a really powerful stone for physical wellness and mental emotional well-being too. So that's the one that came in for that. For love, moonstone popped into my mind. Moonstone is great for attracting love, and it's also really helpful for lots of other things, including connection with the cycles of nature. That includes divine timing, especially when divine timing really isn't our desired timeline, which happens a lot. It's a connection to divine timing, and also great for things like women's health and connection to old, sacred, spiritual practices, even things like reading tarot. Speaking of which, this is a stone that I feel like embodies a lot of the High Priestess and the tarot deck for me. It's great for releasing patterns, developing intuition, any kind of moon magic or working with the lunar cycles, and it's excellent for attracting love. So let's bring this in. There we go. And for heart healing, let's bring in some rhodonite. Rhodonite, I wear it all the time. This is a stone that helps heal a broken heart. It's often considered like a breakup stone or an unrequited love kind of stone. But it helps to heal that broken heart so you can open up to love again. It's more, of course, much more than just a breakup stone. This is even a wonderful stone if you're grieving and you feel like your heart is truly broken. It's also wonderful for healing from insecurities. And if you're doing any healing around past emotional abuse, this can be really supportive. It's also wonderful for the lungs allergies, asthma, and autoimmune stuff, all of which are definitely right up my alley, especially given the air quality of the last week. So rhodonite for sure. Let's actually put that on top of the moonstone. And Grace, it's wonderful to see you. Thank you for being here. Gelguire, setting intentions for grounding, relaxation, and good sleep. Okay. So grounding, relaxation, good sleep. Okay. Rachel, good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, you're so welcome, Barbara. I'm glad that you are here. Just double checking, saying hi to everyone here. Okay, and we've got, okay, so back to Gelguire's requests. So grounding, one of my most favorite grounding stones is red jasper. This can help with also empowerment, standing up for yourself, standing up for others. It's very protective spiritually and in the mundane world. It's very connected with the root chakra, which is our center of basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight. It's wonderful for emotional support, especially for long-term kinds of things. And lots of folks do feel it has some connection for fertility as well. So that is red jasper. Very, very grounding. And I'm going to bring in for your request of better sleep, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some labradorite. Iolite helps somewhat too, but labradorite is actually very closely related to moonstone. And this not only helps to aid with sleep, but also clairaudience, which is our spiritual hearing. It's wonderful for customer service, and it helps calm disputes, whether you're the customer service person or you're dealing with customer service. And it helps with detailed attention to things, especially if you're looking for like needle in a haystack kind of stuff. This makes me think of like it being a great stone for coders, programmers, data analysts, anything like that. It helps with finding errors, and also when you're traveling, this is very much considered supportive of joy during travel. So that is labradorite. So I hope that helps your sleep. And for relaxation, I'm going to bring in Herkimer. This is great for relaxation and also being in the present moment. It helps to empower manifesting too. It's a stone that helps us to connect with spirit and to be in the present moment at the same time, which is a really powerful place for manifesting. Rather than just constantly chasing the next thing, we can appreciate what we have now while looking for tomorrow. It helps to balance imbalanced energies, and it's thought to be helpful for metabolism and intuition as well. So Herkimer diamond, which is actually just double terminated quartz that is found in the Herkimer, New York region of the US, which is not horribly far from where I am in Philadelphia. Okay. So all the best to you, lots of relaxation and self-care, and I'm so glad that you are here. Okay. Twilight Doll, welcome in. Help speed, you wonder if there's a stone to help speed up divine timing. I know, I wish there was. The best I can do, and I feel like that Pawn Star, I don't watch television, but that I know that there's a meme of like the pawn shop where he's like, best I can do is like something way less. It's like, best I can do is accepting divine timing. And that is Moonstone. Oh, Riley, welcome in. And yes, there is. I have moss agate, and I will get everyone's request. I'm just going to bounce around a little bit. Moss agate helps with things that are like infections and virus stuff and health in general. But also, I'm going to go ahead and add tree agate. So, and you can let me know too, excuse me, still getting better from the air quality issues in the Northeast. This helps, this actually, tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda. Sorry about that. This is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And in that system, there are the chakras, which many of you may have heard of, but there's a much deeper level to that system, including the channels through which energy moves in the body. Those channels or rivers or whatever you'd like to refer to them as, they're called nadi. It's spelled Nadi in English. And to get them all harmonized and balanced and flowing optimally, this stone is thought to help that regardless of your body type or what else is going on with you. So this is like a general all-purpose wellness, well-being, health type stone. So I'll bring this in for you. I hope that you're doing well. And if you have anything else to ask or anything, feel free and welcome in. Awesome. Okay. Oh, good stuff. Okay, so let's go back up here. Vic, yep. Emotional stability, energy, continued great sleep. I'm so glad you're sleeping. Healing of the body, mind, and soul, definitely the snowflake obsidian. Healthy boundaries, definitely yellow calcite. Financial abundance, we'll definitely get that. Peace, harmony with housemates and with family. So let's do some carnelian. And emotional stability. Emotional stability, let's bring in lepidolite. This is one of my favorites. So lepidolite can either look just like a solid purple stone or be a stone with lots of like what looks like purple sparkles or glitter on it, or like this. This is lithium mica. So this would like come off like sheets. And it actually does have lithium. That's actually what it is. And lithium has been used as a mental health medication in the West in modern medicine since at least the 1940s, but the Greeks were using it too. So we know that it works for that. But this helps to soothe and calm the emotions, which helps us to get a deeper understanding of the emotions. It's also wonderful at bringing attention to thought patterns that need releasing. Sometimes there's something we're thinking of and maybe we're putting our mind in the wrong direction, and sometimes we can reevaluate that and shift. And this is a stone that can help you do that. So that is lepidolite. This stone also has an awesome secondary stone. It also has within it amazonite, which if you see the blue in there, amazonite is wonderful for reminding you to take care of yourself, especially if you're someone who tends to overlook yourself while looking after everyone else. And it's also superb for the spine and spinal nerves. So that is amazonite and lepidolite. So all the best to you there. For harmony in relationships, carnelian, absolutely a number one. This relates to the sacral chakra, which is beneath the navel, and that's where we connect to how we relate to community and people and everyone and everything around us. So that area is basically, we were talking about the solar plexus, the center of self. This is one before that. This is working together with others. It's romantic relationships too, but whether it's coworkers or family, housemates, what have you, this can be really helpful. the sacral chakra is also the center of creativity, as well as fertility, sexuality, sexual function, and dysfunction. It's also wonderful for attracting love as well. So alongside moonstones can be really powerful too. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring this in. Oops. Let's do that. And there we go. Awesome. Okay. So sweet. So all the best to you. Oh, financial abundance. I'm pretty sure all of us are on board for some financial abundance, right? Right? Right. Let's get some citrine. Let's get some pyrite. Let's get some red tiger eye. So citrine, the #1 stone for attracting financial abundance. Resource needs, all of them. Whether you're looking for a house, an apartment, finances, money, whatever it might be, this can be very, very helpful. Natural citrine is this sort of orangey brown color. This is not only bringing in that abundance, but it's also how best to use it, which iolite can also help you with. It's also wonderful for addictions and compulsions, nausea, so definitely supportive of Ki with nausea, and balancing logic with intuition, which is how I often work with it, because I'm very like Capricorn sun, Taurus moon. I can be very, almost a little too grounded and earthy sometimes, and I need to remind myself, oh wait, I'm intuitive too. Use that part of your brain too. So this can help with all of the above. It's also thought to be helpful for fibromyalgia, so just putting that out there. And so here is some citrine. Next will be red tiger eye. You're probably familiar with golden tiger eye if you're here. Red tiger eye helps with #1 protection. It's a very protective stone, but it's also great for calling in financial abundance, especially in a hurry, like if you need fast support. But when I say it's protective, it is highly, highly protective on the mundane level and on the spiritual level. So whether someone is sending malevolent spiritual workings, or if someone is bullying, gaslighting, triangulating, being sexist, anything like that, this is a good, like, stop the bully kind of stone. So we'll bring that in. There we go. And pyrite is fool's gold, and we like to think that it does help call upon the real gold. It's also very protective, as well as helpful to bring in intuitive messages and guidance. Also great for the lungs, fever, as well as the brain and memory. So that's pyrite. Definitely with that. So all the financial abundance for us. Thank you for being here, Vic. It's good to see you. Joanna. Healing of water and earth. We'll keep that in mind too, Vic. Violet integration. Intention of a new job and financial abundance. New job, I can definitely call on a stone for that. Hey, Heart. It's good to see you. Ooh, you used a clock face as a grid? Ooh, that's really cool. Yeah, you can do things with time, and that's awesome. I can do things with weather, but I don't generally, because anytime you move one thing, it shifts other things. So generally, I don't touch it. Our weather patterns are vakakta enough. I'm not trying to push them around anymore than they need to be, and they generally don't need to be. But sometimes. Awesome. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so financial abundance and new job. tourmalinated quartz is generally my new job go-to. And this is black tourmaline within quartz. And black tourmaline helps to repel and dispel negative energy going through quartz. It helps to break things up. It's great for scar tissue, whether it's internal, on the body, in the body, or emotional scar tissue. It can be in any kind of quartz, including, in this case, the quartz is green, but I have clear specimens too. This helps to ground and release nervous energy, but even more importantly, break up old patterns, old traumas, especially like really early childhood and stuff. Also helpful for calling in new streams of revenue, new opportunities to earn, new jobs, all of those kinds of things. And fortune and luck, as well as protection when you are traveling by car. So we will go ahead and add these in. So all the best to you on finding that career, and hope it all goes well. Best of luck on your job hunt. Good to see you. Intentions, not always being in a crappy mood because Philly is annoying AF. But then how can we be in Philly and not be in a bad mood because we're in Philly? Especially last week. I mean, we have to boil, so many of us have to boil our water. Our interstate blew up. RIP to the driver, my gosh. And, oh yeah, and air quality. So like, fun week. So yeah, but I totally respect you for wanting to. So not always being in a crappy mood because Philly is annoying AF. Let's do some demortarite. It helps with patience. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Let's see if it helps with the Philly. Let's see. So yeah, demortarite, which actually came from your shop, Jen, which you can find online at Belladonna Botanicals. You can find my crystal shop at Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And this helps with pent-up anger and frustration. It also helps with patience. It's a wonderful stone for any situation that seems hopeless, like our current traffic dilemma, and for standing up for yourselves. It's also thought to be helpful for ligaments, tendons, and things like that. So we'll bring this in. Let's do mortarite. I'm just going to put one here and one here. Leave some room for other stones. And I'm glad that you're here. Positive vibes for buying a new house and selling this one. Absolutely. Let's bring in a little bit of cinnabar. So we talk about cinnabar a lot, but it is mercury. So the red on this specimen, that is a really good example of cinnabar, where you can see it kind of big. But even safer to handle is cinnabar in quartz, where just these little red specks are the cinnabar, because again, mercury is pretty toxic. This has been used for hundreds of years. It's been a stone thought to bring customers into a business. So anytime you're trying to sell something, it's a merchant stone. So definitely helping with the house and with finding the new house. I hope that tourmalinated quartz can be helpful too. So all the best to you with that. Jenny, cats with diabetes and pets arthritis. Definitely leopard skin jasper helps with everything animal. And we'll go ahead and call in some serpentine. This helps with any problems with the blood sugar, whether it's animal or human. Whether it's hypoglycemia, diabetes, whatever the case might be, it can be really helpful. It's also helpful for calcium and magnesium deficiencies, which I struggle with. Of course, no crystal is a replacement for anything else. It's more like a complement. So I take my calcium supplements, I've shifted my diet, I work with the crystals, all of the things help. It also is great for muscle weakness, which I struggle with. It's thought to be helpful for dementia, and rashes, eczema, and even trance meditation is indicated here. So that is serpentine. So we'll put a piece here and a piece here. That was also from Jen's store. So thank you, Jen. Okay. You're in your grief meeting. Fuchsite. zoisite, and lapis. The other ones we have fuchsite, zoisite, and lapis. And Joanna, you would like a stone for your Uncle Harold who has Alzheimer's, and your cousin Macy who you're texting with, and they give consent, please and thank you. Absolutely. One stone that can help with that is serpentine. Another is actually the brain to some extent, pyrite, but also epidote. So I'll start with epidote and then I'll go to Patty stones. Epidote is helpful for all recovery from illness and injury, as well as the brain. It's definitely indicated for things like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, and also degenerative over time. Chevron amethyst can help that. Epidote is also wonderful for negative self-talk. So if you struggle with like being mean to yourself mentally, this is a great stone for you. Also helps the nervous system overall, as well as the skin and connection to the fairy realm. So lots of love to your uncle. And your cousin. And so glad to have you here. And we've got zoisite. This is wonderful for helping to release negativity and also for connecting with nature. It helps to encourage you to face problems that are like roadblocks. So especially when you have like a million things in the way of where you want to go or what you want to do, this can help you face them and kind of tick them off the to-do list, especially if you're procrastinating with them. It's also great for bowels and digestion and things like that too. So that is zoisite. Fuchsite is a stone of self-care. It boosts the energy of other stones, but even more importantly, this is a stone that takes self-care to the next level. It encourages you to play and have fun. Like I said, I'm a Capricorn sun, I'm a Taurus moon. I could just, not do that all the time. This is one that says, no, go play, do something laughy, fun. Just get out there and enjoy life. It also helps with spinal alignment, sleep disturbances, and doing any kind of inner child work. So that's fuchsite. Lapis lazuli can also help violet integration. This is not so much for specifically for a new job, but kind of indirectly. It helps you to move on in your career. It helps with communication and truth and honesty, as well as personal responsibility and integrity and follow through. It helps with pain, inflammation, things like that, and also vertigo and hearing loss, as well as disorganization. So that's lapis. And all the best to you. Financial influx for Corey's teeth. Oh, I'm so sorry. Manifesting your destiny. Absolutely. Hey, Kanta. Hey, Samantha. I hope you're well. JS, I hope you are doing well. Oh, everybody's in. Okay. Okay. Grid for manifesting your destiny. Blue apatite is helpful for learning your soul's purpose and the courage to act on it, but it's not the only stone for that. So I would say blue apatite is most on point for what you're asking for, but I'm also going to bring in Larimer. This helps you with your spiritual purpose to greatly empower you to act on it. So it's like when we work with our spiritual purpose, it's never going to look like anyone else's path. And it feels like we need to be a pioneer to kind of go forth and do it. This is what supports you to remind you that, yes, you can be a pioneer. You're supposed to be, and encourage you on that. It also helps to separate the ego from self and just brings a lot of spiritual confidence. So we'll bring in Larimer. Okay. So all the best to you, Catherine. Steph, anxiety. You got it. Anxiety, my favorite for that is green calcite. This helps to calm and reassure and bring a sense of ease. It's also really helpful for unwinding the sort of like the physical manifestation of stress. Like when we're really stressed or anxious, we tend to put those feelings in our body, and it brings that tension. This helps unwind that tension from the body. So this is green calcite. And let's go ahead and bring a little bit of this around. And I'm going to put some, let's see, here and here. We won't be able to see them, but they are there. So all the best to you. And Chris, I'm going to bring in a few of yours. Oh, we've already brought in a few. That's good. Let's start with some malachite. Apologies for the sirens. Malachite helps us with letting go of emotional pain. It helps us to process that pain and move through it. It's also wonderful for anxiety. It's supportive of depression as well. It helps inflammation in the body, things like arthritis. This can be really helpful for, but processing of painful emotions, especially when it's like heartache and heartbreak, when we need to move on, but it hurts, this helps to move through that. It also helps with things like fears and phobias, and it's great for insomnia as well. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to put some, let's see. It's so pretty. I want to put at least one in here. Yeah, let's put that one here. And then I'll put two more, here and here. It's just too pretty not to. Okay. And I'll grab another one of yours for right now. Emerald is wonderful for the lungs and the upper respiratory system. Looking at you, everybody in the Northeast. It also helps with healing skin and tissue, and to restore confidence about our appearance, which it's also, we're getting into bathing suit season, so all of that. But yeah, it's great for also reigniting our passions for life. So that is emerald. And I will come back to yours requests as well. I will definitely come back to yours. I got most of yours though. Oh, Jenny, that's so nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jenny. I'm so glad you enjoyed your session. It was wonderful to meet you. The Divine Timing Crystal, Chris, Moonstone tends to help us connect with divine timing because it's very connected with the moon, and the moon controls the tides and kind of connects all the timing of nature. Oh, Barbara, you said my voice is relaxing. I'm so glad. Thank you. Riley, I got to your request. Let's see. Request for removing sadness and letting go of stuck family energy and blue appetite. Yeah, we've got blue appetite, removing sadness, letting go of stuck family energy. Also for really stuck energy, like stuck family energy and even old like family patterns that have kind of like repeated over and over, which is pretty much all family stuff. The tourmalinated quartz can be really helpful for that. Let's also bring in some green onyx. This helps with deep sadness, including grief, for sure. Even when we're at a point of like emotional shutdown. This can be just very loving, and sometimes it's like we have to grieve what we don't have or what we wish we had, and sometimes the pain of sadness, we're there because there's an aspect of grief. This really helps with both. It also helps with moving forward even though we have that emotional pain, and even making decisions when we're generally not in a great position to do so. So green onyx for sure. It's so good to see you, heart. Let's see. And all the love in the world to you. Catherine was like, bring the citrine and pyrite out. Woohoo! Right? Oh, you need me to turn up my volume? Sure. Okay. Emotional regulation, sitting with discomfort, getting things done, anything to help support sore throats. You got it. So for sitting in discomfort, Septarian. Septarian is excellent for that. It helps us to even be really vulnerable in those really painful places so that we can process things, move through it, and get some emotional growth. That can really help with the sitting in discomfort. Also for the sore throat, I'm going to bring in blue lace agate. There's a lot of stones that help sore throat, but specifically this one also helps with expressing difficult emotions. So hopefully that'll help you with that, like sitting with it. Maybe if you express it where you can, maybe that can bring you some relief. It also helps with tension, headache, skin allergies, and arthritis and fractures. So this is blue lace agate. I'm going to just sprinkle a whole bunch around. And getting things done is definitely a zoisite stone that helps with breaking up obstacles. Let's also do, and mahogany obsidian. But let's bring in some garnet. This is a good getting it done stone. So garnet helps us to be organized and practical and make the best use of our time and not be tied to the ways we've done things before, but find the newest, best, most effective way today. It's also helpful for creativity and courage. So the courage to like launch something new or do something different. And it can be really balancing in times of intense change. So that's garnet. So I hope that that helps you as well. Garnet. Awesome. Glad that you are here and hope that you are well. Samantha, Reiki for your dog, feeling the heat, and for COVID for you and your mom and stepdad. And past life regression, healing, and protection and peace to all. Absolutely. We have leopard skin jasper in there, which is the awesome doggy stone. We also have, for COVID type stuff, we have moss agate, which is thought to be helpful. And during the worst of Omicron, we had found that lots of folks responded well to green kyanite. So I'm going to bring that in. This is another stone that's wonderful for chest, lungs, heart, cardiopulmonary, everything, especially things like asthma, like me. But it also helps on a spiritual level to blend your spiritual life with the mundane life so you can live a more balanced life. Wisdom through intuition and connection with the spiritual elements of plants. So this is green kyanite. So So let's put this here and here and here and here. Okay, awesome. So all the best to you. And Kanta, no worries. It's a live stream. You're never late to the party. It's all good. So there's a second Catherine. Catherine, what can help with releasing negativity? Zoisite here and here are very helpful with that. Martha, it's excellent to see you. And I'll turn up the volume a little bit more. Kidneys, constipation, lungs. So definitely that. Another stone that helps with releasing negativity is shungite. Martha, kidneys. We need digestive support. And lungs, we have a lot of lung stones. We have emerald, we have rhodonite, and we have green kyanite. But let's bring in, for releasing negativity for Catherine is shungite. This is a really powerful clearing kind of stone. It helps with physical repair, especially injury, surgery, things like that. But on an energetic level, it helps with releasing emotional pain, energy blocks, and clearing the energy field really intensely. It also helps with if you're sensitive to geopathic stress or the energy that comes off of electronics. This can be helpful too, but it is a powerful stone for clearing the energy field. Another stone for healing the energy field and clearing it while also supporting digestion on every level is Dalmatian jasper. This is jasper that has black tourmaline running through it. And black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. So this is thought to go through your aura and deep clean it. It's wonderful for bringing about cooperation and releasing cynicism. And on the digestive side, everything from Crohn's to IBS to constipation to everything in between. So that is Dalmatian jasper. And where can we squeeze you? Let's put you... No, we'll put you... Here. Here. Picture jasper helps with the kidneys, and it also helps with envisioning the highest possible vision of the future. It really works with the soul star chakra, which is above the crown and holds all of the highest potential for our soul's purpose. It's great for seeing the big picture, for taking on new adventures or leading a new project or business. Also helps with travel and moves abroad and working with or immersing yourself in new cultures. So big picture kind of future looking stone. So let's go ahead and bring this in. But yeah, this is also great for the kidneys. I'm going to squeeze this in here. Okay. So I'm going to get to as many more as I can before we get started on the Reiki. We'll see how many stones we can squeeze in here. Okay, so that's picture jasper. Back pain, absolutely. We have Amazonite can be really helpful with that, as well as lapis. So Amazonite is part of this one here, and lapis can help with pain and inflammation as well. So I hope that that helps. Catherine, not sure about a crystal to help release negativity, but wine, chocolate, romance novel, and a bubble bath can help. Yes. Yes to all of the above. And there's actually a couple of... Are you one of the romance writers here? Because I think there's more than one of you. Reiki does help with divine timing too. Oh, thank you. Between my voice, the clanking of stones, and then the kitties sometimes purring, the sounds are ultra soothing. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, mine does sound lovely. Oh, Barbara, it's totally cool. We will see you when you return. Let's see. Ah, Joanna. So, what was the first stone that I called for your Uncle Harold? One was epidote, and the other was serpentine, and the third was pyrite. I'm going to type them in the chat for you. So, because it's a lot easier to look them up there. So, Joanna, it is, and pardon my loud keyboard, everyone. There you go. Awesome. Superb. Cooking with gas. Okay. So, hope that's helpful. So let's see. I'm just going to go back and peek at some of the other ones. If I skipped any of your requests, it wasn't intentional. Go ahead and enter it back in. I just may have skipped over it. Let's bring in a little bit of green aventurine. Aventurine helps with supporting our heart and reminding us that we're more than we think we are. This helps us expand our vision of our soul's potential. It also helps with allergies and eye problems as well as fertility. And if you're intimidated by learning something new, this is a stone that can be excellent for you. It's very supportive. It helps to remind you that you can learn more than you think you can. And it'll help guide you through the way. So definitely aventurine. And that's green aventurine there. Whoops. Making a mess here. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring out the balancing the grid trick using a tarot card to gently slide each row. Okay. And which card was it? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a feeling of like, are we almost there yet? So that was the first card that came up into my hand. And let's add some sapphire. Sapphire is very connected with our angels and our ability to channel and do mediumship. This is also one that helps with things like speedy justice, so keeping Susan and Greg in our thoughts. It helps with the thyroid. It's another stone that helps with dementia. So Joanna, definitely sapphire as well. I totally forgot about that one. As well as envisioning positive outcomes when things are really challenging. But this is definitely one that when we're channeling and getting messages from spirit that can help us connect and to almost figure out the best way to word our impressions so that we can help the person we're getting the message for. So that's sapphire. And I think we are about there. So you're welcome, Joanna. Intention, big picture, non-attachment, release of anger, resentment, Schadenfreude, trust in the process of life and justice. This is Barbara. I switched my phone. It's good to see you. Okay, so there's a couple of stones that we have that are really good for these. So big picture is definitely, big picture is picture jasper for sure. Release of anger, howlite, as well as dumortierite. And that's also good for resentment and even schadenfreude. Trust in the process of life and justice. Justice, definitely blue sapphire. I'm also going to bring in a piece of aquamarine, which helps with justice. And it also helps with calming down the already aggrieved. It's the anti-Karen stone. It helps to deflect pettiness. And it's great for fluids of the body, the teeth and gums, and also forgiveness. So that's aquamarine. So that'll help with that. And non-attachment. Herkimer can help with that. And also red jasper is good for that. They're excellent for that. I'm trying to think of what else. Okay, I think we are good. So I'm trying to think of it. I'm also going to add another stone of like big picture is tiger eye. Let's see. Yeah, we'll add some in. So in addition to like big picture, it helps with research, study, strength and balance, entrepreneurship, but also helps to protect against envy and jealousy. It's a good courage stone too. So big picture, if you're like, and with big picture and planning hand in hand, it's like a great, say like entrepreneur stone. Okay, and there we go. Okay. So let me go ahead and place some around here. And I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and given the time and the fullness of the grid, and thank you everyone for all of your requests. This is a really powerful grid, and I love all of the love and support that you all send each other in the chat. It's amazing to watch. Thank you for being here for each other. So if you wouldn't mind, if you could, help me lift the energy up, not only of where you are, but of all of us and the space that we're creating together by heading on into the chat and typing anything that you are grateful for. While you're doing that, if you happen to hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for doing that. And while y'all do that, I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how this works, how to make the best of your session that you're about to receive, and then we will get into the Reiki. So, yeah, let's dive in. Could you have, the Witchy Homestead, could I have one for efficiency if there's a crystal that helps with that? Yes, garnet, and it's in here already. So, right on time. Glad that you are here. Okay. So thanks again for being here. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification courses, or schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or even shop my crystal collection, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com and there'll be all the information right there. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become kind of a general catch-all term for energy healing in the West, but specifically the style that I work with is known as Usui Reiki. And this method is known as Usui Reiki because it's named after its founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this particular practice in the early 1920s in Japan. It was a very tenuous time in Japan, and so He wanted to create a system that was deeply spiritual and empowering, yet neutralize the factors around religion. So this is very, very spiritual, but completely secular. And I feel like that's a big part of why we love it so much in the West. So what is energy? Well, the best way to describe the understanding of energy at the foundation of Usui's practice is to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything has a soul. Me, you, everyone, everything has a soul. And all of those souls, to an extent, are interconnected. That in that interconnectedness, spirit, however you define it, would be supporting everyone and everything with this beautiful energy of life-sustaining force. This life-sustaining force is called Reiki, which translates to spiritually guided soul energy. So how does this all work? Well, essentially, I'm going to use Usui's techniques to connect to this energy that's already available to and flowing through you and me and everyone and everything everywhere, and essentially connect with that and direct more of it to you. Because this energy is already a part of us, it's already supporting us mentally, physically, spiritually, in every way possible. So essentially what we'll be doing is I'm sending you more of this energy that your body, mind, and spirit already know how to work with. And so it's essentially like bringing even more to your body, mind, and spirit to help them do their jobs even better. So there's nothing you need to do. You don't need to focus on anything. You don't need to keep your mind silent. I generally suggest that you find the best place to be comfortable, either sitting up or laying down. We've found through experience that this is maybe not the best thing to do if you're like driving a car or doing something that involves a lot of focused attention. But, you can always come back to this later, which brings me to the next thing. We're all interconnected, so it doesn't matter where you are in relation to me in the world, and it doesn't matter when you are finding this video. So whenever you're watching this video, congratulations, you will have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join us live, go ahead and click that subscribe button with your notification bell on so you don't miss an opportunity. I am here live streaming for you 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. But during your session, you can just go ahead and be comfy. If you want to be still, you can, but if you feel like you want to walk around, stretch, move, go for a jog, journal, anything like that, this is your time for you. So use it in a way that feels best to you. I will send this healing to you for 25 minutes, at which time I will turn the lights down. The lights will move slowly and gently from one color to the next. They will not flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up. If you enjoy the music, which I certainly hope you do, go ahead and check out the link at the bottom of the description and you can learn more about our musical creator. At the end of the session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths and come on back. And at that point, I'll reopen the chat so you can ask any questions or share any intentions. And then we'll go ahead and call it a beautiful evening. Also, if you are here live right now, just know that anytime that you feel you need extra support and I'm not live, you can always check out the past healing live streams. We have over 300 videos now that you can go ahead, pick a thumbnail that resonates with you of a crystal grid, zip ahead to the Reiki session and just be wherever you are, and the Reiki will be there to greet you. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And yeah, let's go ahead back into everything and we'll take it from there. Also, if you want to know more about me or sign up for my email newsletter, which does sometimes have special deals and sales and things like that, that's linked in the description below, as all of my social media are too. So thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your session, and let's go ahead in and see that grid one more time. Awesome. Oh, I love all of the love in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Oh, definitely, Riley. You called it. Pets always lift our spirits. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Thank you all for being here. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm also gonna, if you get nauseous, just hang on one second. There we go. Awesome. Thank you all for your help with the grid. So enjoy your session, just be, and if you feel like your mind is wandering, that's okay. Reiki will still help. Go ahead and just take a deep breath in and out and just relax, and you can come back into the session, but the Reiki will meet you no matter where you are, no matter what state you're in. It's for everyone. You are absolutely loved and supported. The Reiki is already a part of you. You're just going to feel some more of it. You may feel it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And like I said, if you have any questions at the end, I'll be here to help you sort that out. So enjoy the next 25 minutes, and I will call you back then. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly move, stretch, or bend. Allow yourself to gently come back. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's an honor and a pleasure. And if you have any questions or anything to share, I invite you to go ahead over to the chat and let me know. Oh, you're so welcome, heart. Same to you. Have a beautiful evening. Oh, thank you, Catherine. You're welcome, Jennifer. And remember, tomorrow is Wednesday, so I'll be here at 4 p.m. Fridays, I'm here 4 and 8 p.m. Sundays, I'm here at 8 p.m. and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. All those times are East Coast, US. You can see them in the chat. You can also subscribe with your notifications on so you don't miss an opportunity to join in. Thank you, Kelguire. And of course, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance session or tarot reading, $75. I am available for booking. You can learn more at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. But I'm more than happy to have you here. Divya, you're welcome. Jenny, it's wonderful to see you again today. Lots of love to you. And take care. Oh, Blue Sky, lots of love to you too. And your kitty. And my kitties are wandering around. I just saw Gertie go under the bed to take a little nap. Joanna, you're so welcome. Yeah, even more traffic this weekend for sure. Yeah, those of you in Philly, lots of, may the traffic odds be ever in your favor. Oh, your pug is smiling. I'm so glad, Samantha. Thank you. West Philly and just Phillians in general, Thursday is the Dollar Stroll, the Baltimore Ave Dollar Stroll. Whether you love it or loathe it, it is Thursday, and every small business will have some kind of amazing deals for you. So you're welcome, Rachel. But if you're coming down to the Dollar Stroll, you can order crystals with a free West Philly pickup, and I will meet you at the Dollar Stroll if you'd like. But everyone have a beautiful rest of your evening. If you do think of a question later, you can leave it in the comments or head over to my website and email me through that. I'd be more than happy to help you with that. Lots of love to you too, Joanna. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking the like button. And thank you for your ongoing support. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Take care and bye for now.